There's been a lot of talk surrounding the recent stories of Diddy and Lil Kim and how they got scammed by people they trusted. But today's story takes the cake. For Bulls fans, it's one of their own. We're talking about none other than Horace Grant. What if I told you a four-time NBA champion claims his millions are being siphoned away, not by bad investments or lavish spending, but by a fake judge? See, Horace has 8 kids with 3 different women, and his monthly child support payments add up to a staggering $1.4 million. That's more than double his current net worth. Now that's a burden. You might be asking what happened to him after he left the Bulls. Grant claims he's not trying to avoid his responsibilities as a father. In fact, he wants to take care of his children. He feels trapped by a system that seems determined to drain him financially. He also has a complicated personal life, including 8 children with 3 different women. That's a lot of responsibility. But Grant seems willing to shoulder his share. He admits to owing child support, but says that the system is exploiting him. He believes he's being targeted because of his success as an NBA player and fears that if he doesn't speak out, no one will, and that the system is designed to drain them financially. He's not holding back. He's calling out what he believes to be a corrupt system. Grant isn't afraid to speak his mind. Davis also pointed fingers at the same agency Grant accused, alleging that they forged documents and set up automatic withdrawals from his bank account without his consent. In another case, a woman named Monica Wilborn claims that the Office of Child Support set up automatic withdrawals from her ex-husband's retirement account, despite not having a court order. They allegedly forged documents and pressured the ex-husband to agree to the withdrawals, causing him to lose his pension. The Office of Child Support Enforcement is a federal agency created in 1975 to help states collect child support payments. It's a far cry from its original purpose and paints a picture of an agency that may have overstepped its boundaries. But it's come under fire recently for allegedly targeting hiring men and using aggressive tactics to collect child support. He urges men like himself to take action, warning them that they could be next. It's hard to say, but one thing is clear. The system seems to have flaws. He's willing to go public with his struggles in hopes of raising awareness and sparking change. Do you believe him, or do you think he's trying to get out of his child support payments? Let us know your thoughts. It's a complex issue with no easy answers. Also, before you leave, we want to hear from you. What topics do you want us to cover next? Share your ideas in the comments below. We might feature your suggestion in our next video. Diddy, the iconic rapper and entrepreneur, recently disclosed that he had been defrauded by his former attorney and manager. As the investigation continues, more details are sure to emerge. And when they do, you can bet we'll be there to bring them to you. Stout, the founder of Streetus Snaufu, this back and forth revealed a toxic work environment and a deep rift between the 2 former collaborators. The legal dispute intensified, with both parties making serious allegations and seeking substantial financial compensation. It raises questions about the importance of due diligence in business partnerships and the potential consequences of trusting the wrong people. Diddy, known for his philanthropic endeavors, recently pledged $1 million to benefit the families of victims involved in the collapse of the Titan submersible. Despite his personal battles, he showed compassion and generosity, reminding us of his commitment to giving back. Enterprises was Diddy's go-to guy for over 2 decades, handling his business affairs and helping him secure lucrative deals. However, things took a turn when Diddy discovered discrepancies in his finances, prompting him to part ways with Stout in 2020. Recovering the lost millions and clearing his name will require significant time and effort. Nevertheless, Diddy has shown resilience throughout his career, and hopefully he'll emerge from this ordeal stronger than ever. How many others have lost their life savings without ever knowing? Make sure to stay tuned for more insights into this captivating story. It's a stark reminder that even the biggest stars aren't immune to financial fraud. It's a bold move, especially for someone of his stature, but it shows just how deeply he feels this issue affects him. In court documents obtained by TMZ, Diddy alleged that Stout misappropriated his money, engaged in self-dealing, and breached his fiduciary duty. He claimed that Stout deprived him of millions of dollars in income and engaged in improper conduct that caused Diddy's companies to lose millions more. Many people, including some celebrities like Floyd Mayweather, believe that Grant and others like him are simply avoiding their responsibilities as fathers. They argue that these athletes voluntarily chose to have children and should be held accountable for their actions. It also raises questions about the oversight and accountability of those in charge of handling these matters. This leads some to question whether he genuinely wants to be a good father or is looking for an easy way out of his financial commitments. How can we trust that this won't happen again? However, he believes the system is rigged against him and recently took to the podcast Child Support is a Fraud to expose what he calls a shocking injustice. As it turns out, he's been stuck in a legal battle since 2006. Back then, filed for divorce from his wife at the time, but soon found himself dragged into a messy child support drama. Furthermore, the agency had 180 days to get a real judge's signature but didn't. But miraculously, they managed to push it through weeks later with a fake judge's signature. There are two sides to every story, and we haven't heard the other side yet. However, his allegations raise some troubling questions. Fast forward to 2015, and Grant found himself paying hefty child support, a whopping $100,000 a month. You might think that's it, a rich athlete taking care of his kids. Well, there's a twist, but he's not giving up. Here's where things get crazy. According to Horace, the agency handling his child support payments orchestrated a scheme to steal his money. He alleges that they used a fake judge to sign off on a document called a QDRO, Qualified Domestic Relations Order, which allows for the division of retirement assets like pensions in divorce cases. The problem, Horace claims, the judge who signed this order wasn't real, at least not in the way we think of a judge. He says this person was an attorney who presided over his divorce proceedings. Adding to the drama, this happened despite the case not meeting the legal criteria for such an order, which requires a court order and a separate proceeding. Grant's frustration is palpable. So let's break this down a bit. Horace Grant had a solid NBA career, earning over $67 million over 17 seasons. According to him, he's not the only one. He alleges that many men in similar situations are being targeted, and it's clear that he feels he has no other choice. The story gets even more complicated when you consider the recent interview with Lil Kim, where she admitted to being scammed by her former manager and attorney. Now here's the thing. While Grant's story is compelling, it's important to approach it with a critical eye. If true, it points to a system with serious flaws, allowing unqualified individuals to pose as judges and make decisions that have significant financial implications. This isn't an isolated case. In 2023, another former NBA player, Glenn Davis, accused the same agency of stealing over $1 million from him. That's not all. These issues don't seem to be limited to athletes. It's a worrying trend, and one that needs attention. It begs the question, how many people have been affected by this? Things get even murkier when you look at the agency itself. The agency has been accused of wage garnishment without court orders, bank account levies, and even threats of jail time. Now, it's crucial to remember that not everyone is pointing the finger at the agency. The narrative is further complicated by the fact that Grant has been married 3 times and has children with 2 of his ex-wives. So what's the truth? Is Horace Grant being targeted unfairly, or is he trying to escape his responsibilities as a father? The story raises important questions about the role of government agencies, the rights of fathers, and the ethics of legal proceedings. What do you guys think about Horace Grant's accusations? One thing's for sure, this story is far from over, so stay tuned for updates. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one. As we delve deeper into the world of high-profile financial scams, we stumbled upon another shocking revelation. According to Diddy, his former manager Steve Stoute allegedly mismanaged his funds, causing him to lose millions. What followed was a legal battle that revealed shocking details about their fractured relationship and Diddy's substantial losses. The situation was further complicated when Stoute countersued, accusing Diddy of failing to pay him millions in commissions and engaging in anti-competitive behavior. Adding to the drama, Saint accused Diddy of orchestrating a smear campaign against him, damaging his reputation and interfering with his ability to secure new clients. The fallout from this lawsuit extends beyond just financial losses. But amidst this chaos, a glimmer of hope emerged. However, the road to recovery is likely to be long and arduous. As the legal proceedings continue, we'll keep you updated with the latest developments.